Are you or an older family member getting cheated out of money? Every year, seniors lose $36.5 billion to elder financial abuse. Financial abuse is often broken into three categories: fraud, including scams and identity theft, caregiver abuse, and exploitation, deceptive marketing practices that target seniors. Elder financial abuse is a widespread problem with deep consequences, and more than a third of seniors are taken advantage of in a 5-year period. It's also estimated that more than 950,000 seniors are currently skipping meals as a result. In order to avoid future abuse, let's look at some of the ways in which seniors are targeted. One example of fraud is the sweepstakes scam, in which a scammer tells a senior they won a huge prize, but demands that they pay an expensive shipping fee or some other sort of money up front. Remember, you can't win a sweepstakes you never entered, and no legitimate sweepstakes will ever ask for money. Another example of fraud is identity theft. Scammers may steal a credit card number in order to enter into contracts in the cardholder's name, or in other ways use their identity for their own gain. In other cases, scammers may steal someone's social security number in order to take out loans or open credit cards in their name. Make sure to only reveal your personal information to websites or people you trust, and check your credit report at least once a year. As you can imagine, one common form of caregiver abuse is outright theft. If you have valuables, make sure you know where they are, and consider purchasing a safe or a safety deposit box to protect them. Another example of caregiver abuse is rewriting a senior's will to redirect their assets after death. You can keep your will safe by making multiple copies and reviewing your final wishes with your family ahead of time. Occasionally, a family member may take advantage of a senior by asking to borrow money with the hopes that they'll forget about the loan. If you lend money to a family member, consider writing it down so you'll remember. The last category of financial abuse is exploitation, and if you'll recall, these deceptive but technically legal marketing practices account for nearly half of all money lost to elder financial abuse every year. One common example of exploitation is the promise of free trials of online services or subscriptions. While the initial trial may really be free, some companies intentionally make it difficult to unsubscribe and therefore avoid extra charges once the trial is over. Telemarketing is another example of exploitation, since oftentimes the telemarketer uses intentionally deceptive language to pressure the senior into paying. Research has found that seniors who receive many telemarketing calls are likely to lose 3 times as much money to financial abuse than those who don't. While senior financial abuse is a big problem right now, it doesn't have to stay that way. If you or someone you know is being financially abused, now is the time to speak out. Your financial health is important, and it deserves attention.